Oh shit. I don't like that, like not being rotated. Shout out, right now I usually would be talking about all the stickers we got and welcome to our new thing. Shout out to Robbie Man. Robbie Man Monster on the double exposure track. That's our little theme music. It's John Will here sitting with the Ken Cody. They call him Kid Cody Cody with the buffs on and everything, man. And we had a real productive week last night. We even got, another what I would say comprehensive ass podcast in, and we had a subject of communication. It is up on YouTube, probably up on Sohio, because we like to do things at least a little redundant after we lost a few things, but at least we got that going for us. But I know we owed one in the bank and we was almost caught up, but just like everybody else, man, life be life in us. Over in the 12-step program, it's a statement called life on life terms. And I don't know how you feeling about shit, but life on life terms is a realistic outlook on, like when in the 12-step program, specifically in AA, they be like, once you stop drinking, I remember a dude told me, no, he was like, man, quitting drinking was the fucking easiest part of this. I thought he was crazy, right? And his whole premise was like, man, wait till you start trying to live real life without your main crutch. You done broke up with your forever girlfriend a lot of times if you got addiction problems. And like I said, this ain't exclusive to drugs or alcohol. It's people addicted to food, sex, weed, fucking every goddamn thing,
Jesus.
Jesus. It's just people addicted. But how do you live life without your crutch? And how do you deal with life on life terms, Because it be problems. I'll be looking at life like shit. You know how I feel about shit. If it didn't kill us, goddamn it, I guess we get another shot to get it right the next day. Yeah. Even if this situation we in, I might need like a 3 or 4 days because of the things that's missing. They just keep cropping up along the way. They just keep, like, I call it little paper cuts on me. Like, I just like, fuck. Just in full disclosure, I'll let the world know that some rotten ass motherfucker, and I want to say, if it's the dude that I saw, it was a Hispanic dude, and I'm going to say Puerto Rican, Port Rock type motherfucker was sitting on the car. We came out after a great weekend. I mean, I talk about the good parts of the week. We had 3 great friends, more than that. Dave and Asia and Days One, Krista Freehand, Lacey, Mr. Soul, Capo. I cannot even think of Mike Roman, to mention a few of the greats that's showing currently at the Botanical Garden. So we was there with the opening. Shout out to our man Mark Mueller for showing up to us, man, who don't do a lot of events. He don't do a lot of events, but he did that one with us. And it was a great event. And like always, it was the mix that week too. So it was actually good music in the mix. Harold said the first DJ was really hitting. The lady DJ, the Rose Lady, was really hitting. So
DJ Red Eye.
Yeah, so and our old ass is getting going at 12:30. 6 o'clock.
I don't think we can.
What? That's who got. Oh, that's a damn shame.
Holding hands.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. That's a whole nother. Oh!
It just hit you.
No, I saw that, but I just put that together from when we was at that other spot where you was shooting pictures at. And I wouldn't even have said an exact match, but shit happened in this world. And that's real. Let me get some tissue real quick. That's real, bro. You know, I don't even care, but having that good ass week with our people showing out, doing great shit in this damn community, and then some bastard motherfucker broke into 3 cars. So as special as I feel, I ain't that special. That motherfucker robbed a lot of us. Yeah. And it's like horrible. Like when I say he busted my window out, and trust me, y'all, I'm brown, and I come from not a lot, so things ain't been the most, easiest for me. This ain't the, I could say other times in my life, other seasons in my life, other things I expected to go right, just not going right like they are at this phase of my life right now. They just really, really not going all like that. And adding another little incident to shit like this.
No, I mean, thinking about this shit like this the part of the movie where the niggas, like, shit was cool, and then that one part of the movie where it's just like
the record skip and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden, they had a name for that shit. Like you get to the part, and it do be like that. It be rough.
It be like what the fuck moment.
It do be. It be it's I don't even want to title this so good though,
Title is so good.
Right, man. You feel me though, man? I hate to like give any legs to this besides fuck shit happening. Yeah. But trust me, man. Like, I mean, I believe in the universal rules too, and that's why we could talk about life on life terms. And the universal rules to me. So I like stuff that's not so religiously orientated, even though I know our whole basis of this America came off of some Christian values, which, don't get me wrong, Christian morals in the right context is not bad shit. But it's the universal laws of don't hit nobody, don't take nobody's property, and don't make bad contracts with each other. And making bad contracts is a fancy way of saying don't lie to each other. Be honorable about your words. Say what you mean what you say, and you don't have to bullshit nobody down here. But you got to do these other things too. Can't hit nobody. I definitely don't believe shit. I don't even think we should be hitting our kids. And some children is gonna ask you for discipline like that. But in general, you should be smarter than your fucking kids and devise some torturous way to get them to the outcomes you want to get them to without laying that belt on that ass. That's kind of like the trauma of getting whooped. I just know how bad the brain shouldn't be rattled around, and should we be like beating on our little kids who bodies ain't developed, brains ain't developed, the psychological aspect. And I'm always on this individual type. So painting that broad stroke like the Bible say, spare the rod, spoil the child, man, that ain't for everybody. My daughter is a prime example. My 19-year-old, shout out, I love her to death, probably never got the whooping child. Because if you looked at her in disgust at a certain age, listen, that was way worse than a whooping. Way worse. She hated to disappoint you. Worse than the whooping.
That's how my daughter is.
You see what I'm saying? Like that prescription.
Like the disappointing, or she would like the getting yelled at in a sense. Like
she ain't cool with that.
No. But she'd take a whooping. Like I knew that.
You know what I'm saying?
She'd take a whooping and be like,
oh well, on to the next.
Roll her eyes and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But like to feel like she disappointed, or to feel like, oh, you mad at me, like her little feelings be hurt.
Yeah, see, that's why I say them prescriptions when we painting broad strokes. And don't get me wrong, in general, racist people are assholes. Period. And you see what I'm saying? Now, you can't go wrong with that. But to say all men are racist, like, you can't say no shit like that. Or to say all white men are racist. You can't say no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know all of these people.
But that goes back to the wording, like you just said. Ooh. It's a way to say that shit.
Yeah.
Like you just said. I can't say all men, but hey.
A lot.
My account with all the races that I've been in. All the races that I've came in contact with have been some assholes. So.
You see what I'm saying, man? And I'm real big on that because, and the real reason I'm big on that is more somewhat like I like to refer to you when you said that, and I know it's gonna take us probably about a year, 2 years to get to this language part of how easy you said that. We gotta start fixing this through the language. Shit, nigga. First we gotta agree on language. We got a law, but it is a good premise though. You see what I'm saying? And saying words to get people to get the results you want in raising kids. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like and that premise of what I talk about, like life on life terms, because you don't know when the fuck shit gonna happen. Yeah. Bro, fuck shit.
But what do you think? What do you think? I would say maybe what is the word? The bottom line of like what raising a kid is.
What do I think the bottom line, like what you want them to get to? Man, you know, in an ideal
okay, second part to that is just like you said, generalization. Is there a generalization on raising kids and what the expectation is, what the goal is? Is it a general expectation for all kids?
I would say,
since you don't like generalizing everything.
No, I would say yes, because you got to take what's in general to all kids. The timeline, them being that age and getting more wisdom underneath their shit. True, they gonna move through a timeline. So when you a youngster, can't even feed yourself. When you're a teenager, you know, you got those issues. When you're a young adult, so the preparation that I think we all can agree on is that out of nature. You know, we the only species down here that has fucking handbooks for right living. Birds, bees, animals, trees.
So do you believe within that? So now, so you have that humanity, I would say thought. Now, within the human aspect of that, just everyone being human, you have the nuance of politics, social class, racial class, what else? Educational background, economics. So how do you the people that live in Seoul and teach their kids is not going to be the same thing that the people in
very true
in Garden Valley would need to teach their kids.
You got to be once again, it's a generalization that you can almost say in general, more likely than not, people are a product of their environment. So even regional, people don't understand. East side of Cleveland is
my thing to that, because this even goes with my artistry. What I do, I say I'm a product of my heart and soul, not environment.
Ooh, that's a very good one. But I'm gonna say your heart and soul exist in the environment you're currently in.
And when you being a deep nigga.
I mean, there you go, bro. Because I agree with you.
But logically,
and that nation that's called Ken Cody, that's an independent, free-thinking individual with his own perspective of everything. You know, it all resists. The world do exist from your perspective. There's no other world but only the world you perceive. Me and you could share articulate our ideas, but the way you perceive it, shit, that's all yours. That's when I get down to that. And I do believe, like, when you say stuff like that, you know me, I'm like, shit, if that's how Cody see it, that's how the fuck Cody see it, and that might as well be the gospel. Write that after Matthew, Luke, and John. Shit, that's how you see it. I don't expect you to change, and when you do change, guess what? You probably let me know. JD, I used to feel like that about such and such. Not no more. Nigga, we come across shit like that
Got some
weekly.
more information, right?
Do we not have these revelations weekly?
Got some more information.
I got some more information, and it might inform different. Now, I will argue to you that the control of your environment, and I'll take this back to a 12-step situation, and this will talk about life on life terms. You do have a lot of control over people, places, and things, especially as an adult.
That you interact with and encounter?
Absolutely correct. Listen, unless they incarcerate our ass, throw our ass in the military. Cause you really, if you fucking wanted to leave from right here, right now, there ain't nothing but air and opportunity in front of you. It might be uncomfortable because you ain't got your whip with you, but let me tell you, if you really had to be up out of a people, place, or thing, you usually can actually, you can get the fuck out. And that power that we have control over the environment part.
Yeah.
So when it fucks with your heart and soul, where you say you reside at, and if you think the environment can't fuck with you, I'm going to let the world know. 99% of us, yes. And I'm going to give you an example.
Our environment just fucked with us.
COVID. Yeah, our environment just fucked with us. I mean, we some Clevelanders. We usually don't get robbed. Cody, you already know. Cody been with me enough. JT paid for parking. Is this not a fact, big bro? JT go to a parking lot for more than one reason. Because I have shit in my car sometimes. Now, never again. But
right.
You already know. And I told you a lot of times, hey, that's the luxury of me not drinking. Guess what? I'm probably going to pay to park close. And I'm a skinny cold nigga. I hate to walk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And when you in the environment that you have no control over, you subject to that shit. A bigger, great example of what just happened to us was fucking COVID.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you was at on this planet. Even the countries that didn't fuck around with it at all, they shut this bitch down.
And told you can't go to work.
And you can't go to work. Money. Listen, you want to say your environment is not subject, you fucking living in a bubble, bull fucking shit. We in a society. That's when we had those tough ass, hard ass issues on how we work shit out. Because of situations that's out of our control. You know, another great thing is the serenity prayer when we dealing with shit like that. The serenity prayer is, God grant me this serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can. In that, you know, it's a deeper, and you should read that time, you should read the whole second verses of the St. Francis prayer because it's very deep and it is a good moral standard for people, and it actually comes from the Catholic Church. I think St. Francis was Catholic, but that the power to change the thing that's in your ability to change, and the rest of this shit not worrying about. That is a big ass thing, because guess what? We sit here, we gossip, we worry, we communicate by all gossip ain't bad. Gossip sometimes is making people aware. Like we gossiping right now. If you see a little Puerto Rican dude pull up outside the car smoking a cigarette on front of his car and you go in another car, he probably gonna rob you. That's not bad gossip. Those facts. If you fucking on Crowbar on Saturday night, don't bring nothing out on St. Clair. Put that shit in your trunk like they tell you to do downtown in the flats, because people will rob you. You know, that's not bad gossip. That's like good communication of some facts. So, but gossiping to ego build, tear people down, you know, I think it's several kinds of gossiping.
It's productive. Well, you wouldn't even put it, no, because you wouldn't even put that in the realm of gossip.
It's more like
how
information.
how we understand what gossip is. When people say gossip, you get that undertone of what people mean. Like
the
people
negative tone.
the negative. Like people don't even use gossip in a good way. Like not too many people like, oh, I heard some good gossip, or like some positive shit. Or even if a nigga do say good gossip, that means it's just some juicy negative information. So going off the term gossip, like we have a kind of understanding of that leans into that negative space.
Yeah, that is. You know, I want to go back to what you would think is universal when you made that, like raising children.
I
Like
don't
when
know,
we, ooh,
because the more I think about just indoctrination, the more I think about brainwashing, the more I think about um, choice, free will. These are terms that like make me think about how it then turns into me once again. I think about raising my kids as I get them information and they
yeah,
do with it what they want. Um, Try to get them helpful tips and skills and things like that and guides, but not trying to necessarily lead them in a particular way. Although I do think there are things that they need to know
mm,
in order to just operate and maneuver in the world, especially being a black kid
oh yeah,
growing up in this space, knowing the systems that are out there, knowing the prejudice systems, the racial systems, the economic systems, like to kind of figure out how to maneuver within them, how to survive these systems a little better. You have information about them, you can kind of survive them a little better.
yeah.
So beyond that, though, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still figuring that out.
That is good, and
The more, the most, what I do feel is what I do feel like I need to do better in is being
okay,
a building more of that relationship of talking, so that just and not in the way of trying to figure them out. What you
right,
plan on being
right.
in them when you get older, but just talking to them as like just learning more about them,
That's
letting
so
them
good.
just be more comfortable with me. So when they do have these spaces that they go in that they may feel overwhelmed with or whatever, like they do feel comfortable coming to me. So I feel like I need to do a little bit more work in that area
Yeah,
of them seeing me outside of
parent.
not even in that, because they could you could still have that relationship
Yeah. Oh
within
yeah.
that
That,
confines
well,
of
that's
them
built. That's built
viewing you
in.
as parent or father or
Mm,
whatever. So yeah, but just
unnecessarily.
building on those relationships a little bit more so that we can grow together more and be more comfortable and communicating with each other.
I know where we at too, cause you know I tell everybody like I've been so much in the. I went to so far on couples counseling that I know. I think that's in the, when you learn those 10 love languages, and it's funny how a lot of what I learned out of couples therapy really just taught me about relationship therapy
Mm-hmm.
in general, and I think the term that you